It's not that you don't believe in yourself or you don't believe in your dream. It's just that sometimes things happen.
You pray and you ask God for something, and you talking to the Lord, and you pray and you asking for something. You have to believe in your heart that it's gonna be done. God got it.
Hmm.
God gonna do it.
He's not only preparing you, but it's people that's gonna cross your paths. He's working on them too. So he
Right.
need everything to align.
Line
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another podcast episode of Three Hearts, One Beat. I'm Lee,
I'm Kim.
And I'm V.
and you got the three heartbeats. On today's podcast, the topic was going to be believe it before you could see it. I feel like that's a good one because sometimes that's a hard thing to do. It's not that you don't believe in yourself or you don't believe in your dream. It's just that, like we've talked on podcasts in the past, like sometimes things happen right there in front of you to where you can't. It's like it feel like you can't. It feel like your dream is so far away, but honestly, in all nationality, it's really right there. It's
Right.
getting harder because you so close.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this such thing called the devil, and he will try to play in your mental, in your mind, and in your emotions. So it's not always easy, but I believe it could get better just with prayer over time. Just
Mm-hmm.
continuously pray and talk to God because it could get difficult, and sometimes you could go into a dark place.
Right.
But if you go into that dark place, try not to stay there for too long because don't give it too much energy.
Right.
Well, believe it before you can see it. It's almost like saying you pray and you ask God for something, and you talking to the Lord, and you pray and you asking for something. You have to believe in your heart that it's gonna be done. God got it.
Hmm.
God gonna
Mm-hmm.
do it and stuff. And you just have to believe that part and stuff. You may not even see it when you want to see it. You'll see it when He's ready to give it to you
Right.
Right.
and stuff. So that is a good subject though.
Right.
It's just piggybacking off of what Mama's saying, and it's something basically a line that Kurt Franklin said in one of his songs. Is what he how he said he's not
Not
preparing
preparing
you
you
for
for
it.
it.
He's preparing. No, he's not preparing it for you. He's preparing you for it. And that one, when he said that line, I was like, right,
Right.
because
That one
nobody,
stuck with me.
right, because you don't really ever see it that way. You just look at it like, what I gotta do next? What I gotta do next? Dang, what I gotta do to get to this? And the whole while, God is preparing you, and it's not just
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yep, he is. Yes,
it's
he is.
not just by the things that you do. He preparing you emotionally. So
Right.
when he put you on the level that he go put you at, he make sure you don't fail at
Mm-hmm.
that level because he already done put you through them tests.
I also feel like believing before we see it is also it plays a part with our patience as well,
Yes.
because like how you just say, God preparing not only us for it but it for us, or vice versa. The thing is, when he's preparing, people just look at how their lives is right
Yeah.
now, and we have to, as people, we have to stop doing that, because he's not only preparing you, but it's people that's gonna cross your paths. He's working on them too. So he
Right.
need everything to align.
Line up.
So
Mhm.
when you going down your path or your journey, there's other people who's going through whatever it is they have to go through. So all y'all can meet in a line at one time.
Right.
And it's patience and it's believing
It's
Mhm.
before you could
believing.
see it. See, we can't see the other people that he's working on. He's working on to meet you. In other words, let's say for instance, if you going for a job promotion and you want to be a manager.
Mhm.
Now, yes, he have the manager position for you, but he may not have the boss at the top part that's gonna hire you yet.
Right.
So you may have to keep working, because he will bring a boss in from another state, another country, that align with y'all
Right.
align with each
Right.
other. So now when you go for that promotion, that person is like, sure, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh wow, that's just God putting another one of his children in place for you, for another one of his children to move. And that's for anything in life.
Right. It's almost like don't ever like also don't second guess your moves. Like if God laid it on your heart, what made it look crazy to some, trust me, it's not crazy to him because he
Hmm.
laid it on your heart for that particular reason. He knew other people wasn't gonna get it, but he knew you was gonna get it.
Right.
So what I've tried to work on within myself in that journey of believing before I see it is not second guessing my moves. Do I do it? I do. But at the end of the day, I am a human being that's still working on that process of not second guessing, man, should I have done this? Or should I do this? Or why didn't I do this? And why did I do that? Like, no. Because now you second guessing the moves that you just second guessing your own intuition. And you
Hmm.
second guessing when you start second guessing your intuition, you second guessing your spirit. And when you
Right.
second guessing your spirit, you second guessing God. Like God, was this the right move? Like you just gotta make the decisions that's right for you at the end of the day. You just have to.
Well,
It.
it's still like I think it's a part of you when you pray. It's almost like okay, you pray and you ask God for something, or you ask God to do something for you, or whatever your prayer is. Now you got to when you get up from praying, it's like faith. You got to believe and know it's gone.
Right.
That part,
Yeah,
right?
you gotta have the faith. God got know what He's doing and how He's moving. It may not come in your time or when you
Hmm.
want it to be and stuff,
How you want it,
or how you want it. God is preparing you for when you get it. He know you got it.
Right.
right?
And that's the thing. Like you say, how you want it, because we'll ask God, help with this, or help me improve on this, or help me get here, or Lord, can you help me with this loved one, or whatever you may ask him for. But when he send it to you, it's not the way you wanted him to send
Send
it.
it.
So now you, oh man, shoot it. Oh wow, he needed you to get through whatever that next step is. So let's say, for instance, you want to be your own business owner. You like, Lord, let me have my own business so I can feed my family. So now he got you working and you doing your own business, and your first year or so is hard. You're not really getting what you want, your sales or whatever it may be. You may not be getting it, but the whole while he gave you your business. You asked him to give you your business. And that's what he did. He gave you your business.
Right.
But now you at the point where you have to learn how to work your business. So that's when I say, like, he'll give you what you asked for, but it may not come in the package that you
Right.
wanted it, but it came to you because you asked.
And it's lining up to something you said when you was like, he gotta line the people up for you. So when you pray for whatever you praying in your prayer, and also like you said, patience, prayer, all that
Whew,
really,
patience.
yeah, patience and prayer, patience, it all comes into one as far as you have to patiently wait for him to move the chess
Hmm.
pieces around because you can't align yourself with someone or anything. Just it don't even have to be a person, just emotions or he just wants you. He have to line people up to make them fit. I don't believe I am a strong believer in he don't put people in your life by accident.
Right.
Whether it was for a short time, whether it was for a long time. Like I don't believe I have this sister and this mama by accident. I believe he put them in my life for a reason. And that's just my strong belief because it's like growing up, I'm gonna say this about sis. Like I think I was telling her this the other day, like watching her, like me watching her grow up, like watching the way she moved. She did not move like a teenager. Like, I knew she was a teenager, but she didn't move like a teenager. She moved like a full grown adult entrepreneurship at 15, 16, 17 years old out there trying to get it. So, me not knowing what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing it, didn't understand that that was the spark that set off my entrepreneurship, wanting to work. Because I didn't watch her work regular 9 to 5s and do other stuff. Like, it, it wasn't nothing illegal. But she did other stuff like
Semi, huh?
semi, like selling CDs and watches and stuff like that. But she was
The
still
watches was not stolen. Had to let that be known.
Thank you.
so by her doing all that, that just showed me entrepreneurship, and I didn't understand it. But I also, on the other hand, I seen my pops go to work, but also have side hustles. I seen my mom. She come from a family. Now I'm not gonna say this about my mom. Is a hard work. She was a hard work, always the hard worker, but she was a stay at home mom. Besides being, I ain't gonna say stay at home mom because stay at
She
home
went to
mom stay
work.
home. She went to work and work, but
She was a homebody.
she also come from a family of hustlers.
Right.
And I think about it like, as far as even when you think back, we was in pageants at church and had fundraisers at school. We was always raising the most money all the time due to her hustling skills. So God lined all of that up and put all of that in my face as a young child. I don't know what I'm witnessing. I'm
Right.
just walking through life like this is normal.
Just have to get it. That's what I
Right.
thought. Had to get it. When you're growing up as a kid and you see everybody hustling,
Right.
whether it's selling plates out the project or,
Right. Just
selling,
my
doing side
man.
works, people going to work, plus like Pops went to work, plus had side hustle jobs of the same type of work he did.
Right.
So it was
So
just,
it was hustling. It was you would show how to hustle, but also use the 9 to 5 income to support your hustling.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, but you're hustling with people. What I tell people, what I started telling myself, but
Right.
also started telling other people, that 9 to 5 is your
right.
side hustle. Your dream is your main job, because that 9 to 5 is supplying the funds for your side hustle. Because, well, for your main dream, I meant to say.
Right.
My bad.
You gotta get used to saying it.
Yeah, but it's just, I always say your 9 to 5 is your side hustle, because you're not looking to be there forever. You
Right.
don't see yourself being. I know when I was working, I ain't see myself being there forever, but I had moments where I'm like, man, how long I gotta go through this? Like, how long I'm gonna be here? And that was me being wrong for questioning God. Like, it was
Yeah.
stuff He wanted me to see. It was stuff I had to learn, and I learned a lot.
Right.
Whether if it was not just on the job, it was how to check my emotions, how you don't
That's
have
a part
to.
of-
That's a part of my process. Like, you don't have to check everybody when somebody irritates you the wrong way. Sometimes you have to sit back, hold your tongue, because everything don't need a response. Everything, but all that's a part of the process of where I'm trying to go in life. Where I'm trying to go in life is, I can't give anybody those bad emotions, that energy. I used to be a person, match energy for energy. Where I'm trying to go, I can't do that. So
Right.
I had to learn that in the process of still working for other people. I'm sorry, Ramon. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying what you had said was saying earlier. That's a part of the topic, believing before you see it.
True.
Yeah, that's all I was.
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say.
believing it before you see it. Because when you sitting on a 9 to 5 and you waking up 5 days a week, going to this job, in the beginning, everybody cool with the 9 to 5 because you really don't know nobody. I went in there trying not to know nobody, but
God had to show you.
He had to show me different things, and by me being there, it was, I had 2 jobs. The first one, it showed me how big of a loner I was and really didn't want to be bothered as much. But He also showed me my leadership skills, things that I never seen in myself. Like, I believe I could be in management and leadership? Yes, but so many years I was told, you go be this, you go be that, I'ma got you, you go be a manager. But then it never happened. So, that kind of when people tell you, I think it was more of him showing me, you got this. It wasn't you, I wasn't ready for you to have it at that time.
Right. He probably didn't want you to be in upper management with certain people. So
Right, right. And it was even when I moved to the other job, I moved up again in management. It's just, and then it started hitting me. Man, why I'm still here? I don't want to be here. I'm losing track of my own dreams. Oh, why you not losing track? If you could say that to yourself, you really not losing
Losing
track of
track
your
at all.
dreams. You actually just irritated at your situation at the moment. But in that midst of seeing it that way, I still believed in what I could do.
hmm
So believing in what I could do, man, this message was for myself.
sometimes that's how it happens. That's
Cause
to me, I look at it
man,
like this. It's podcast
that's why you
therapy.
just sitting there looking at me like this.
No,
I'm like, I'ma just let her talk to herself and
I
tell her,
just
tell her. I'ma let her tell herself off real quick.
I just look at it as it's podcast therapy. So
It
if
really
you
is
talk
though.
right, if you talk, that's what how I look at it. That's why I say, hopefully in the beginning on the very first episode, I was like, I pray that it grow. You know what I'm saying? More healing, help us heal more, grow closer. Because I look at it as podcast therapy. Yes, we talking about different topics on it, but it's also containing our life,
It's still a
things
part of our healing.
right, still
Yeah.
part of our healing, things we didn't went through that may help others, along their journey.
Right.
Anything that the Holy Spirit lay on our hearts
To
that
say,
come off our tongue, let that, help others as well as help ourselves. So believing before
See,
you could see it, right?
yeah,
I even look at it like with us, how we trade, how we day trade, swing trade, Forex.
we just trade forex.
So how we trade Forex, we not where we want to be at with it because we know we could get there, but we still go back to that market every day. Yes, we have profitable weeks, and I know you see the people out here with all that money because they do it,
They
but
done built their accounts up.
right, they built their accounts up, but that's a part of us believing before we
you
see
see
it
it.
because we
Yes, it
don't
is.
see our bank accounts running with what we wanted, what we would like it to be, but we still get up every morning, early in the morning, hit them charts, marking, study, watching videos, getting
Right.
some psychology
Putting the
in.
work in.
You putting your work in. And to you, you may seem like, oh, as I'm doing everything. Well, actually, you are. It's all clicking. And what I have noticed is a lot of times it's easier for people to not believe in something that they don't see. And I'm going to use this phrase because I love this phrase. I can't quote it verbatim, but I'm going to quote it as close as I could get it. Anybody ever watched the movie y'all seen Santa Claus? That's one of our movies that we
Every year.
When
All of them.
when the psychiatry daddy, what's his name, Neil,
Yeah.
was trying to tell the baby he was crazy. But okay, I'm going off, but he
You
was
right.
basically right trying to make the baby seem like he was crazy. And Charlie said, have you ever seen $1,000,000? And he was like, no. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In other words, but you still believe that $1,000,000 exists, even though you never seen it in your bank account. You never seen it you never witnessed it with your eyes in your account, but you still believe that it exists.
Right.
How is it that you could believe that $1,000,000 exists if you never seen it?
Right.
But you can't believe in your own dream or things you working towards because it's not existing yet. And it's so crazy that when you watch movies,
How did he say believing is
It's
seeing?
seeing.
Seeing is not believing.
I can't remember. That's why
don't know if
I
that's-
wanted to quote it, but
I
I
want
couldn't
to say
remember
that's
how
what
the
he
quote
said,
went.
but I could be wrong. Let me know
I-
in the comments if I
Right.
said
You
it
remember
wrong.
how the quote went, man?
No,
I
I remember
couldn't
now.
remember.
I know the movie because we watch them every year.
But the thing is, though, and that's how we watch movies. So for everybody who watch movies like that, here's a message in the movie. and be like, "Oh, did you hear that?" You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So
So it be like some deep messages. Like you just have to. I'm about to get off topic because
right,
I was
surely
about to say
is
because I was about to
about to
say
go
that's
through
how we
movies.
right.
Don't do it.
I was about to just say we watch a lot of stuff and nowadays when me and V watch TV, we be sitting there finding deep meanings in the thing. We be like we didn't watch superhero stuff and be like, man, that was deep.
That's why sometimes I think it's good to go back and rewatch something or reread a book,
Right, right.
re-listen to, say, if a certain album like resonated with you at a certain time in your life. Just go back and re-listen to it. Sometimes you may do it and you may be like, "Where was I at when I
Read
listened
it the
to
first
this?"
time, right? Or
When,
listen to it.
but
But in believing in it before you see it is actually is not just that you have. It's a feeling that you feel. It's like that feel. I don't know if y'all ever had like this bubbly feeling when you know stuff is just going about to start going good, and everything is just turning, and you starting to see it. Everything ain't going the way you want it to go, but you start seeing. I think in life you have to start recognizing the good more than the bad. Because I think as a human race, we do that a lot.
right, what the guy say with the psychology video when he was saying, start telling your brain even on your losses, start being happy for that.
Basically,
Start
he
training
says
your.
status when you set your stop loss,
No, they don't know about that. I was just saying losses in general,
you
like,
celebrate because it's like it could have went a whole nother way as far
right, in
as
life.
in a bad way.
So basically, he was saying when you encounter a loss, basically in your life, instead of just say like if you bought a new car, and as soon as you bought that car start giving you nothing but problems. Like after you had it within 6 months, 7 months, or whatever, nothing but problems.
Right.
Instead of you being every time. In other words, start training your mind and your emotions. Be like, oh, okay, shoot, the water pump up. Okay, I gotta get the money for it, but
It's gonna be a minute.
right, it's gonna be a minute, but it's just gonna have to hang in there until I get it. In other words, but he was talking on a trading level, like what she was about to say, but I was like, y'all don't really understand. Some of y'all may, but maybe not
We don't know
everybody
who will see this,
with
man.
stop losses. So
If you ever trade forex, you better
right.
put your help stop loss.
So basically, he was saying for traders, if you set a stop loss, when the market go against you, you don't be like, oh man, the market went against me. You be like, man, the market hit my stop loss. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you be excited because it didn't break your whole account. It just hit your stop
Cause
loss.
that could happen.
So that's why I was just using it. Like, something else will go wrong in your life. Don't let it deter you away from where you was going
Right.
and hold you back, because that also will hold you back, because now you mad and now you can't focus on the next, because now you stuck here because this went wrong. Now you only focusing on this right here.
Right. You focusing on the negative stuff.
Oh yeah, I really talk with my hands, but go ahead.
We all talk with our hands. So it's like you really focus on the negativity more than the positive. That's why when you people say when you have a negative thought, it's gonna happen. Even like say for instance, you meditating. You know when your mind is start getting quiet, that's when all the stuff start rushing in. But now you switching those thoughts. Like I'm gonna use for instance earlier today, something was going on. It was either with sky or something was happening, and my mind just went into a negative impact.
I
And
seen that.
I sit back and my mind. Sometimes when I sit back and I'm quiet, that's me calming my thoughts of. And I think what I told myself in my mind, God got you. God is good. And I kept telling myself, I wasn't speaking it out loud, but I was saying it up here to quiet the negative thoughts. And before the negative thoughts took over, I was good.
Right.
Yeah, I was good because it was like you when you tell yourself the positive stuff, just you could just repeat it. Whatever the positivity is, whether if it's God is good, thank you Jesus, that food was good. Whatever you want to say that's positive. I'm having a good day. I'm gonna have a great day today. You tell it to yourself until you smother out the negative thoughts, because negative thoughts will come like rapid fire if you let
That's
it.
that's a part of what's that song? The devil meant it for your bad, but God meant it for your good.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The devil be praying in your mind whole while you steady praising and talking to God, and while you praising and talking to God, see he can't. The devil can't handle that. He
Right.
thought he had you. He thought he could control your mind, but whole while your mind say God got me, and I'm not. Mm-mm, it's
Mhm.
almost devil back up.
Right. You gotta tell them to
God
back
tell
up
that devil
off
to
you.
back up.
Back up off me, Satan. Get thee behind me.
Man, it's just that you have to. It's easier to fall in the, dang man, that ain't happening for me. Dang, that ain't gonna happen for me. Man, that
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna happen for me, because you're not seeing it. It's like you don't see it, but see when you look at. That's why it's good to go and watch people on YouTube, but look
Mm-hmm.
at people on TikTok if that's where you at or wherever you at. Just look up people who's going in the direction you trying to go in.
Right. And watch
Um,
their journey. Don't look at where they're at
at
now.
now.
Go back to I tell anybody, go back
Back
to
to
the
some of
beginning.
the other videos when he was starting.
Let me tell you, when I see people in the same, like for instance with forex, when I see people be having big accounts, I'm like, that's possible. That's how I look at it.
Hmm.
Like, I don't look at it like, man, I be like, man, that's possible. Wow.
The reason why I had to say go back to the beginning, because a lot of people who's not mentally strong yet, they'll look at other people's success and be like they faking it. Oh, that's not real. That just happened to them because they lucky. But if you really on a lot of YouTube channels,
No such thing as luck.
right, they just was blessed.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how people will say
Train yourself,
self to say
right.
see it. What I'm saying is go back to the beginning on the YouTube videos. You go see the crappy videos, where the lightning and everything is not together. You go see how the beginnings are
Right.
or was at the time, and
Mm-hmm.
understand that they started just like you will be starting. But a lot of people get to the point where they'll see, like how I don't want to call no names, but how we have some families or some people that we watch,
Mm-hmm.
all their lighting is good and everything is good and they stuff, and they got like millions of people watching them because they got millions of followers or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and people get caught up in because they just starting, like, oh man, because they do the, but don't, what you have to realize is they probably have started 5-10 years ago, but they had
Mm-hmm.
to go through the same processes, but
Mm-hmm.
they also was believing before they see it.
Seen it.
And any type of entrepreneur or anything you want to do for yourself, whether it's your own business, whether it's you, whatever it is in
Right.
life, you have to believe it before you see it.
Before you see it.
That's what
Yes.
I ain't gonna say their name, but that's what our girl said about her husband. She was like, he always seen it. I ain't see this, but
I was
he,
thinking about that same family. That's
right,
what I was talking about. I was about to
right,
say the name, but
right.
I
She
say,
was like, he always seen this. He always seen it. I ain't see it, but he always seen it.
right.
And look at it's coming true, and she'll be smiling because and he'll be smiling like if they say, babe, I told you we was good. Like
And that's the
you have to
thing.
want that for yourself, but you also have to. What a lot of people get caught, it's just you have your dream here, but you have all this the work to put
Right.
in to get there. And when people start seeing all the work you gotta put in, you gotta chisel, 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 chisel until you get to
Till
the
you
other
get to
side.
there.
It's that's the part people don't want to do because it's too much.
Right.
And it could be hard because you like, dang. But don't compare yourself to other
To other
people.
Right.
people.
It's
You
like,
see it's
oh,
possible. It's in other words like when you see big time creators and stuff, you just tell yourself when you see them, V said go back to the beginning. True. But also when you see where they come from and then when you see where they at now,
right.
that lets you know, yeah, I'm in my beginning. But this is possible. This is so
It's
possible
possible.
because
Yes, it
they
is.
did it. Like I could do it too. If not, you not, and that's not comparing yourself. You just let yourself know, like
Right.
I could do this
they
too.
they could become an inspiration to you. That's how I look
Right.
at it.
Yeah.
Right.
Other
It's
people's success would be more of an inspiration
right.
to me
And
and
that's how
let
it's
me
supposed
know
to be though. You're supposed to be inspired
by others.
by others that
Right,
did it before you did because you go be someone's inspiration when they ready to start.
right.
So it's just you
Keep
have to just keep on going and don't let don't let the hard chiseling beat you down.
it's like this. If you climb the tallest mountain, right?
Yeah.
Say you go climb, well, I don't know if it's the tallest, but say you go climb Mount Everest. You have
I
an
wonder if I'm
opportunity,
doing that.
huh?
I'm just playing.
But say you climb the mountain and you get halfway in and you look up and be like, oh, that's too far. Now you just go back down, right?
You
You
didn't did
never
that.
you never reach the peak.
Mm.
So for the rest of your life, you gonna be sitting there like, man, I wish I woulda what it would have been like. Now
Right.
it's gonna be agging your nerves. It's gonna be getting on your nerves because you will never be happy with yourself because you never went to the top. So even in you fulfilling your dreams, don't stop. Yeah, you go get when you climbing that mountain, you gotta almost make sure you don't fall off the cliff. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's
Like
gonna be hard. The winds
it's
go blowing everything.
right. It's not gonna be an easy climb, but you have to keep going. And I think that happens a lot of times because we didn't went through that. Well, we didn't went and then stopped,
Halfway.
then
Right.
went and then stopped. But and we don't just stop because we just stop. It because things in life didn't hit us so hard
And you didn't know how to handle
and
it.
we didn't know how to handle it
Right.
plus focus. But this time around, like,
It's a little I would say easier and harder. Easier because you've been here before and you have somewhat of a knowledge.
right,
But harder because you made that promise to yourself this time around. I'm not stopping.
right.
So when it get harder and harder, does that make it a lot less painful? No. It's just that you have to embrace them emotions and keep going. You gotta, you ever like you gotta fight against the winds. Like if the wind trying to take you away, you better keep walking because it's gonna keep trying to push you back. But you gotta fight through that because it is hard. It could get difficult.
It would. I thought about something. It's almost like I don't know if y'all remember it. Remember the at times when we was having one Christmas we'll have a beautiful Christmas, gifts under the tree, everything nice and stuff.
Yep.
And then something come along, and in the next Christmas we don't celebrate Christmas because we ain't had the money, or we couldn't do this. Then one year, what did I tell y'all? I said, you know what? No, no Satan, no Satan. We're gonna do this, and then we just kept. We always strong in that belief, and now ever since we've been having a good Christmas. That's like seeing like he trying to tell you, no, you can't have no good Christmas. You can't celebrate Christmas like this and stuff. And then you turn around and you do, you know what I'm saying? It wind up coming out because you have to let him know that the Satan is not in control.
Right. And
He
that
not.
Christmas was years ago.
Yeah,
But even
it was.
even thinking back on that one is because I want to say something. I can't remember what happened, but we wound up not having because we put the money towards. I can't remember what happened.
But it was the power. This is where you
But
know
this
the
is
power of the tongue is really
what I
strong.
was about to say was what we messed up at on that Christmas was we got caught up in the gifts. The Christmas spirit is beyond the gifts.
It
Yes,
is.
it
So
is.
we should have just kept going, made the best of it what we had. But
Right.
but I would say this, like that Christmas we learned. And
We ain't have a Christmas like that since, and God been
right,
bless. And I ain't saying that to brag, but God been blessing. You don't have to have presents under the tree that heavy, that deep.
The,
It's like you don't have to go deep into your pockets and to show somebody you love them.
right.
Just being with the people you love on that
And that's what
holiday.
it's supposed to be
That's
about.
what
supposed to be.
you really celebrating. It was a TikToker, YouTube, same family, their son. He was like, Why do we get presents on Jesus' birthday? It's
Mm-hmm.
his birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't getting presents on our birthday. Why we getting presents on his birthday? So it's a lot of people get caught up in the thing of gifts, 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 gifts. It's nothing wrong with
And it
it.
ain't always about them
It's not
gifts.
about the gifts. It's about the love that
Mm-hmm.
come with the gift. It's the thought that come with the gift. It's the people you being with, the people you love and being around. That's what matter. It's the making, to me, all these, respectfully, man-made holidays, instead of us looking to continuously spend crazy amount of money on it, is more about making memories with the people you
Right.
love. And that's not just on a holiday. That's every day.
Right.
That's every day. So you have to, and just going to this, like, you may be in a situation now. I don't know who I'm talking to. You may be in a situation now where you and your family is not in a good place, but you want to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you don't see it happening right now because things is going wrong and things is not going the way you planned it, or things you the way you foreseen it, don't mean it's not going to happen. It's going to happen for you. It's just that you have to believe it's going to happen, and then they have to believe it's going to happen, but you have to put prayer also in it
Oh,
to make
yes.
it
Right.
happen, and everybody have to want to work as one. So you have to believe in your heart that y'all is going to be one once again. It's just you have to believe in the process of all of anything that you're doing, whether it's your dream, whether it's your dream job, whether it's your career, whether it's your family, whether it's whatever it is. You want to be a mom, you want to be a dad, whatever it could be. You gotta see it before it happened, because
Mm-hmm.
that's the only way to it. Because when you see it before it could happen, now you seeing it in here, and when you see it in your heart, that's what God judge you off of. That's what God judge you off of.
Right.
So is there ever was a moment in y'all life where y'all didn't see it? Well, I ain't not didn't see it. It was ever a moment in your life where you was like, I see it, but it wasn't there in front of you at that moment.
Well, honestly, in my life, like I want to say when some along the way in my 30s, when I was like, you know what, maybe it's meant for me to just work a regular 9 to 5,
Mhm.
and I was like, I ain't gonna try no more. But that probably lasted for probably about 2 years or so, maybe
Mhm.
3 at the most. But I also realized it was who when you start being around it, a lot of your emotions and everything, people, when you're around people who is not vibrating at the same level as you,
Mhm.
they could drain your
Yes.
energy.
Yes.
And before you know it, you wondering why you having certain thoughts. Is because you around people that are having those same thoughts. Whole while you was like, I realized looking back on my life, I always vibrated high, and I didn't understand that when I was doing it. My teenage years, when I was in school, my 20s, a lot of my 30s and everything, because I always hung in other areas. So I was always around a lot of people who was always looking for something more in life. So when you around a lot of people who are looking for more in life, whether
Mhm.
because you have, I didn't came across people who was going to school to be nurses, doctors, lawyers, and
Mm.
being in the business
Mhm.
district, especially in New Orleans, because I used to always hang down there. So
Right.
I'm running across people who parents own businesses and they talking about opening their own business. So when you're around people that vibrate at another higher level, a higher frequency,
Mhm.
and you vibrating high too,
Mhm.
it's different. Your life, I noticed it moved different versus when I stopped and I was just hanging around people who really didn't have the dreams and have the and see the whole picture instead of seeing just their side.
Right.
Because I think a lot of times, a lot of people do see just their side and what fits. their assumption
Right.
instead of looking at the whole picture. But that would be a time in my 30s where I felt like I was giving up on me. Because when I look through my life, I always seen, like I used to tell you, sis, it's going to happen. Don't worry. Even now, I'd be like, we got this. We go.
Right.
But
They encourage you.
I noticed when it stopped and I started falling back because I started saying, like, who all was draining my energy
Right.
and who all was like basically telling you dreams is not real and don't believe in this and that you just need to get your 9 to 5 and keep working. Like, sometimes you have to remove yourself away from them people. You can still love them, but you have to remove
From a
yourself away.
distance.
Right, but
So,
in my 30s was when I was on that verge of giving up.
so piggybacking off of something V just said, this is a side note. Anybody ever tell you dreams don't pay the bills? Tell them look at their house, their car, their phone, their watch, the job they work on. That's people dreams that they
Facts.
working through. So don't ever let nobody ever tell you dreams don't pay the bills. Because they paying somebody bills when they pay off all that stuff that they're using. So don't
Right.
never let nobody
You caught
tell
an
you that.
airplane? That was somebody's dream.
Right. You're driving that car. You're
Right.
wearing them clothes. You walking in them shoes.
Right.
Guess what? A dream of somebody, and you is paying them
Working
for
that
their
job.
dream.
Right.
Right. You're paying them for their dream. So don't never let nobody tell you dreams don't pay the bills, because they pay somebody else's bills. I'm paying somebody bills with these phones, and we paying these bills with, when you use electricity and all that. No, that's another subject for another day too. Shouldn't be paying for that either.
Right. The sun should be lighting these houses up with no issues.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Ron. I'm sorry, when way
I
off.
had nothing to say.
That was
Oh.
funny though. You needed that. Clicked out real quick.
But I would say twice in my life. One time, honestly, was high school. I was scared of my mama. I'm just saying though. No, but for real though, it was more of, I knew I was gonna graduate high school, but the route I was going, I ain't know how I was gonna do it. I just knew it was gonna happen, cause she told me I was gonna have to stay there till I was 21. She ain't care. But she told,
And you was there till you was 18, huh?
I graduated. I really finished at 18, but walked across the stage at 19.
Oh, you like me. I walked at 19 too.
Yeah, so basically, that was a whole nother story. If y'all want to hear that storyline of how that
Yeah, you
happened,
walked
just
across the
drop it in
stage
comments and stuff
at
like
19, but you
Yeah,
finished
yeah,
at
at
18
18.
because
Yeah.
you finished in January too.
that. I had one class. They could have just let me go. And that class was crazy. But, like I said, it was all due to Katrina stuff. They lost all my stuff, so I had to retake classes all over again.
Right.
That was crazy. That was a crazy time in life. That was also the aftermath of Katrina, retaking shots that you took 30 years ago. But, I'm back, y'all. I'm back.
Back again.
And I used to always tell myself as a kid, even though it didn't happen when I said it was going to happen, I was a kid, though. I was like, man, I'm going to be rich one day. I'm going to be rich one day. I'm still not rich. But guess what?
I
I
am
ain't
rich.
rich.
I'm rich within.
You know what I'm saying. When you a kid,
I'm just letting
what
you know.
rich meant to you when you
I'm
was a
rich
kid?
within.
When you was 8, 9 years old, what rich meant to you? Exactly. See how she looking crazy over there? I just thought y'all should know.
I was
But
not about
at
to
this
go there.
moment, I'm rich within. But like she said, no. But only you is rich within. I got you, ma. I got you, girls. Y'all tearing this one up, huh? Y'all tearing this one up. I used to say that all the time, but I still see it. It's like, and it's not being rich as far as just bank account stuff. It's more of just growing continuously. But I am rich within. I am rich, but just within. At this moment, my bank account don't say something totally different. But God go bless it. So on this note, they rushing me, y'all. They
Ain't
rushing
nobody.
me. They rushing me, y'all. I just want to say thank you guys for watching another episode of 3 Hearts, 1 Beat. And if you like the conversations that we talk about, leave comments in the comment section. Hit the like button, share and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can keep up with all our recent content. Peace. Keep up with all our recent content. Peace. On the nose again. That girl is a beast. You okay?
Yeah,
She ain't
yeah.
gonna be a beast if I wouldn't been on this.
I seen it.
I'm looking at this girl like I'm seeing it.
Because ain't nobody know you was gonna talk for 30 minutes on one
Girl,
topic.
I know she ain't talking. Hey, girl.
I asked one question and she went all the way around the world for about 15 minutes. I said, oh.
This girl here is full of it.